Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing I got some love. I completely miss you all. Yeah, but I'm very active over on Instagram. So, please follow me over there. I have a lot of fun, y'all. A lot of lives, reels, all of that. So check me out. Just did a live earlier today with Felipe, the gourmand king. Like, he buys nothing but gourmands and fragged out, swagged out. His collection is probably 50% gourmand, 50% oud. My boy Rico and Felipe. Felipe's from Spain. We had such an amazing time on the live. We talked about, I think, at least 10 to 12 gourmands each. It's 2 hours. It was only supposed to be for 1 hour, but I could talk to those guys like all day long. Anyway, go check me out over on Instagram. It's Marcemello, MARCEMELL0W if you don't know. Just a lot of fun. Being over there on Instagram, doing all these reels and all these theatrics. I should have gone into acting, y'all. Could have made billions by now. But I love the arts in general, including perfumery. We're going to be talking about an amazing fragrance, a British fragrance house today, based in London. Some of the fragrances can be sold at Sealed Essence and at Lucky Scent as well, but most of mine I purchased from actually Sealed Essence and then Lucky Scent. So actually I just gave something away, but anyway, this fragrance house is amazing. I have come to know about this fragrance house, and one of my favorite fragrance house finds of 2022. Stunning, raw, unadulterated perfumery at its best, y'all. They are amazing. And we are going to be speaking of one of my favorites, Memoirs of a Perfume Collection fragrance house. And if you all know, if you see my review a couple months ago, I went to Greece and my girl Farida shared this fragrance with me, Tales from Zanzibar, and I was stunned, stopped in my tracks, head over heels. So when I got back, and it's such an amazing location, a vacation destination that is on my list, for the future, and that I've been dreaming of for the past 3 years, but COVID, and then they just opened up last year. So yeah, Zanzibar is on my list, and this is Tales from Zanzibar. So I have the collection, the discovery set. So we're gonna be talking about 6 of these fragrances today. We'll go through them, go through the notes. So sit back, grab your tea, coffee, all of that. And then this, you all know about this bottle, which was my very first full bottle fragrance. And then I have a couple of surprises at the end. So if you can guess down in the comments after I finish them, which ones that I did purchase, yeah, leave me, based on my reactions and all of that, leave that down in the comments. Also leave me your scent of the day as well. Let me know if you're interested in this fragrance house. Like I said, they are, I think they've been around for a couple of years. British perfumery. The perfumers or the brand owners are based in London, but the perfumers, I believe they have traveled to certain areas of the world or certain countries where they collaborate with the perfumer, and that's how they are able to come up with the fragrance or the perfume, y'all. So being that I'm an avid traveler, this fragrance house means so much to me because it really takes me back. I really get engulfed in the perfume, the name, the location, all of that, y'all. It completely takes me back. And 2 of these places, actually 3, I've already gone, okay? So we're gonna discuss that. So if you want to hear about Memoirs of a Perfume Collector, which that is me as well, please continue to watch, follow. I hope you are subscribed. Turn on those notification bells so that each time I do upload a video, you can give me your feedback, comment, recommendation, all of that. So we're gonna start with my favorite one. And you guys know that I am absolutely obsessed, head over heels. This is a lifer for me. And this is Tales from Zanzibar. Y'all, this is probably one of my most vacation-inspired fragrances, more tropical. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be doing a review on fragrances and the locations I've gone to. It's just going to require a lot of editing, but somebody requested that one a couple years ago when I first started my YouTube channel, and I'm finally going to do it, okay? All right, so this is Tales from Zanzibar. This is such an amazing fragrance. The bottles are stunning, very classic, luxurious, gorgeous, sleek. You know, love it. The top is really heavy. You know, this is the 50 ml bottle. When I initially sprayed this, I was like, oh my goodness, I really wish this came in a 100 ml bottle. But y'all, this EDP performs like an extrait. So you don't need very many sprays. The performance on this fragrance house is amazing. Like I said, they perform like an extrait. All of these perform like an extrait, and they're EDPs. So anyway, Tales from Zanzibar. You can actually see there's a picture in the back of Zanzibar, and it completely looks like Zanzibar. So that's beautiful as well. You know, the colors, the hues, and their logo is a tree. And this represents the tree of life. I took a picture in Morocco, and I might list that as well on my thumbnail. I was standing by a tree in Morocco. I forgot which area I was in. And it was the north part of Morocco. And it so reminded me of the tree of life. So when I saw this, you know, and then I was thinking about the picture that I took in Morocco when I went to visit the Hercules cave in Morocco, I thought about the tree of life that I took a picture next to. It wasn't called the tree of life, but it reminded me so much of the tree of life. And it's funny how that is their logo, which is the tree of life, y'all. Google the tree of life, okay? So anyway, that was very inspirational to me as well. Just so many little details about this fragrance house that I absolutely love. So anyway, in Zanzibar, you have your, what I get the most of is the ambergris, you have the guava, you have some lime, coconut, you have some red fruits, you have some candied, so you have some red mandarin, you have some candied fruits, you have some cassis for a little bit of the freshness and the greenness, and you have some musk cocktail. But mainly you get the guava, a little bit of the spiciness from the pink pepper, the lime, and the coconut, y'all. This is such a bright, uplifting fragrance. Like I said before, it's effervescent but luxurious at the same time. And y'all, I love this. If you love a good fruity guava note in fragrances, Rico and I was talking about that. They sleep on guava notes. Guava notes in fragrances are absolutely amazing, especially when you're dealing with like raw perfumery. It's a beautiful scent, and it just adds a bit of sweetness, tartness, just really brightness to the fragrance. On top of the coconut, the creamy coconut, a slight muskiness in the dry down, the lime, which adds tons of brightness, the ambergris, which makes it a little bit, not really an oceanic vibe, but just a little bit of a salty, slight oceanic scent. It just reminds you of a really bright blue turquoise sea on top of a full basket of fruits, y'all. This is such an amazing fragrance. I almost, I said Malibu. You all know Malibu. I love that by Simone Andreoli. It's slightly similar to this one, but I'm loving this one more than Malibu, you guys. I love it. Malibu is the end all be all. It's a lifer for me as well. But y'all, this one, it gives me so much more depth, inspiration, you know, and I'm loving it. Tales from Zanzibar. Get your nose on it. I don't want to keep harping on it, but I am obsessed with this fragrance. It's my favorite from the entire collection. But anyway, I just told you guys that. All right, so y'all, Tales from Zanzibar. And that was, it wasn't a blind buy, but I sniffed it like one time in passing, and boom, I was in love. All right, so you can order, I ordered these samples on Lucky Scent. They came in this really cute little pouch. I spoke to somebody from the house, and they were stating that if you are in London, they actually come with cards, because the names on the fragrances from Lucky Scent are a little different than the names on the actual website of Memoirs of a Perfumer. So there's 6 samples. So Tales from Zanzibar is one of them. We won't go through that one. Then we got Lost in the Desert. We got A Night in Marrakesh. We got Meet Me Where the Sky. Touches the Sea. We have Beyond the Pashtun Summit. And then we have Origins of a Collector, which is called London. And Beyond the Pashtun, we'll go through the names, but yeah, not to, but you can actually Google them as well or put them in, which I found on Fragrantica. You can put London in and it will come up Origins of a Collector. So it's the same fragrance, you all. So anyway, so the very first one, the second one we're going to talk about is let's do London, okay? So London, like I said, is actually called Origins of a Collector, okay? And I think this was their first one, if I am not mistaken. So in London, you know, these are very generous. I think they're 2 ml samples. So in London, London is slightly gourmand leaning, and that's why I absolutely love it as well. So in here you have your Olibanum, you have some black espresso, coffee, you have your patchouli, caramel, you have some Peru balsam, amber, and Brent, and musk, y'all. So what I really get from this fragrance, you know, I get that Peru balsam in the opening. I get that, I almost get a labdanum, but I think it's the patchouli that I'm getting as well. You have to be a patchouli lover. This is a very resinous fragrance. You get a really beautiful amber in here as well. A very rich, gorgeous, it's like you smell the rich brownness, the amber, you know, color from this fragrance. You know, it's beautiful. But what I definitely get in this fragrance is the black espresso. If you are a coffee lover, y'all, this will probably be in my top 10 coffee, maybe my top 5 coffee fragrances for life. This black espresso, this coffee scent with a richness of the slightly burnt caramel scent in this fragrance is absolutely amazing. With the amber as well. This is unlike no coffee scent. This is the strongest coffee fragrance that I have. The next one, the other ones are a little creamy, a little sweet. This one is not too sweet. This smells like a dark, rich espresso fragrance with a tad bit of coffee, caramel in there to make this a little sweet. You get that Olibanum as well, which makes it a little more resinous, and the amber. Yeah, I'm loving this fragrance. And this is Lost in the Desert. It says Amber Musk, but it's not too musky. This is very rich, very resinous, very ambery with a really rich, dark, black espresso. And if you love a good coffee fragrance, then you need to get your nose on London, which is also called Origins of a Collector, okay? There's a vanilla in here as well, but what I get is you get a vanilla in here as well, but you really get more of that amber and the espresso. So yeah, London, Origins of a Perfume Collector, Origins of a Collection or Collector, y'all. All right, get it right. All right, so the next one we have is, let's just randomly pick these. Which one do I have? The names are a little bit hard. So this is Zanzibar. I already discussed this. I did a live on Instagram, and I talked about doing a giveaway over there. And the person, I almost forgot, the person DM'd me. And this actual set, I will be giving away to somebody that has already claimed it from an Instagram live, okay? All right, so the next one we're gonna discuss is, let's do this one. And this one is inspired by France, and this is Côte d'Azur. It's Côte d'Azur, but it's pronounced Côte d'Azur. This one, I've gone to Côte d'Azur when I was over in Nice, France. I visit like several areas, several cities in France while I was over in Nice. And yeah, this fragrance right here, it's leaning slightly, so let me tell you about this one. If it's leaning, for those that want to know, if it's leaning masculine or feminine. Straight across the board, all of these fragrances are unisex, okay? I will give you the one that's leaning a little more masculine to me than unisex. But you all know that I'm a fruity floral girl, and I love feminine fragrances. So if I'm wearing them, trust, you could probably wear these as well. But I'll let you know about this one right here. So Côte d'Azur which the name Côte d'Azur is Meet Me Where the Sky Touches the Sea. So Côte d'Azur is Meet Me Where the Sky Touches the Sea. In this fragrance, you have your sea salt, musk, mimosa, heliotrope, ambergris, some Florentine iris. You have some suede leather, vetiver, and cedarwood. Now, I initially thought this fragrance would be a little more sea-like, a little more aquatic. But what I do get more in this fragrance is leather, okay? I'm not a huge leather fan, but if you are a huge leather fan, then you will probably most likely like this fragrance. There's no sweetness to this. It's not too salty. It's not too oceanic. I get slight ambergris. I get a lot of leather, like a more of a suede smell. It's fresh. It's slight oceanic, but not very much. Not like a blue fragrance. But y'all. In this fragrance, I get vetiver also in this fragrance, like a really deep, sharp vetiver, but it's not listed in here. So what I think I'm smelling is maybe the mimosa and the musk, you know? But yeah, based on the notes that I read, I'm really not getting that from this fragrance. But that speaks to the art and the style of perfumery. But if you love, I would just say sample this one before you buy it. This one's not a safe blind buy. Zanzibar is a safe blind buy to me if you love those notes and a really tropical, citrusy, bright, fruity fragrance with sweetness to it. London, Origins of a Collector, to me, if you love a good coffee fragrance, to me, that's a safe blind buy. But you gotta love coffee. You gotta love a deep, rich espresso coffee that it's not too sweet, okay? So yeah, that's a safe blind buy if you love coffee. Other than that, yeah, we'll get to it. So anyway, this one's not a safe blind buy. So definitely make sure you sample this fragrance. But yeah, this one, like I said, Côte d'Azur, it's still very resinous to me, but it's very, I'm getting vetiver in here. I'm getting a very dark, sharp vetiver in here. It's a little pungent, you know. It's very airy, you know, it's not too bright, but it's very rich, you know. But yeah, you get that mimosa in here. I'm getting mimosa, vetiver. I'm getting the leather, a lot of leather in this fragrance, leather and suede, or maybe like a really soft leather, you know, in this fragrance, okay? But I did expect for this one, Meet Me Where the Sky Touches the Sea, but I guess it would be too similar to Zanzibar. I was expecting something similar to that one, but the leather in here is a game changer, and it's a really nice fragrance. So if you love leather, then you need to try an airy, fresh leather, a leather that you can wear in the daytime. You can wear this one in the evening as well. Then you need to try this one, Côte d'Azur, or Meet Me Where the Sky Touches the Sea. All right, so the next one we're gonna discuss is, let's see, you gotta hold these up to the light. And this is Rub Al Khali. And this one is actually beyond the Rub Al Khali. No. Pashtun. Yeah, this one is actually Lost in the Desert, okay? Yeah, Rub Al Khali, Lost in the Desert. This one, I had to, initially when I sprayed it, I got a lot of earthiness and a really medicinal smell. I got the oud in this fragrance as well, but it's a smooth oud, y'all. It's a really amazing oud. But I got more of the medicinal. I felt like this fragrance belongs to the Three Wise Men, okay? But their art, their style of perfumery is very different. You really have to love fragrances and perfume to really appreciate this house, because there's so much depth in their fragrances. So in here, spray these fragrances on your skin. I tested them on paper initially, aside from Tales from Zanzibar. And because there's so much naturalness in this fragrance, you must spray it on natural skin because it changes, it transitions. When you spray it on paper, like Rico we were talking about this, paper is a synthetic. So it's not going to give you what it needs to give you. So you need to spray these fragrances on skin, hands down, for sure, to really test it and to really get the chemistry of what it really smells like and the amazing scent. So initially when I sprayed this on paper, I didn't get any vanilla. I got frankincense, I got myrrh, I got oud. I got a really medicinal scent. And I was like, maybe this one is not for me. I am not getting all of the vanilla. And vanilla pompona, which is like a Mexican vanilla, I think it is, I was not getting that. So I'm like, where's the bourbon vanilla? Where's the vanilla? But I was spraying it on paper. When I sprayed this on my skin. Also, anyway, let's go through the notes. Okay, first, there's bergamot, there's vanilla, there's pompona, which is, I think, a Mexican vanilla. When I Googled, there's Indian jasmine, there's bourbon vanilla, there's myrrh, agarwood, and frankincense. So when I sprayed this on the paper, I just got agarwood and I got frankincense. When I sprayed this on my skin, I got the bergamot, my soft, hydrated, smooth skin. I got the bergamot, I got the myrrh, and the myrrh on paper is what was giving me that earthy, medicinal note. On my skin, it gave me incense. It gave me a little bit of earthiness as well, but it gave me the smooth incense with a little bit of the earthiness, but I also got the bergamot, the slight brightness of the bergamot in this fragrance. It's not too bright. You really get the spices from the frankincense and the myrrh. You get the earthiness. Literally, it smells like the three wise men with vanilla, surrounding them with vanilla. I then on my skin got the amazing vanilla in the dry down, the bourbon vanilla, the frankincense, the myrrh. The bergamot I did not get in the opening, but I got it in the mid after about 10 minutes, you know, as it started to dry down. It transitioned beautifully. All of these fragrances transition beautifully on your skin. They're stunning. But yeah, I am loving Lost in the Desert. It still gives you that slight medicinal. I'm also getting like a dryness to this fragrance, like a slight eucalyptus scent, earthy, slight minty scent in the background, but I think that's coming from the myrrh, y'all. But I love it. I love Lost in the Desert. But like I said, you're going to have to wait to the dry down. Well, I do. I have to wait to the mid and the dry down to really get such a beautiful scent. When you initially spray this, you might be wowed, like, whoa, you might be taken back a little bit. And then as it dries down, it is absolutely stunning, y'all. And this is Lost in the Desert, but the sample says, let me turn it this way. The sample says Rub Al Khali, okay? All right, so that is that. Love this one, especially in the dry down. But I don't know if you want to wait until the dry down, y'all, all right? So the next one is A Night in Marrakesh. Okay, so I tested this before. Aside from this bottle, I ordered a small sample from Lucky Scent. When I tested it, I was like, it smells good, but it's a little too much for me. But as it dried down, when I tested it from Lucky Scent, I wanted more of it. It became addicting. I kept smelling my arm. So on top of that, I've been to Marrakesh. It reminded me of the souks. It reminded me of just walking through all the incense, the spices, you know, in the markets there, y'all, the warmness, all the lanterns, the beautiful lanterns, you know. I might do like a little reel, or put some travel collections of my time on these travels before the video, if it allows, if time permits. If not, then I'll do a reel over on Instagram. Okay, so follow me there. But this one, when I went over to Morocco, I went to at least 5 different places in Morocco. I spent a month there, and it was like the most amazing trip. But Marrakesh, you know, I spent time in the desert, in the Sahara Desert, and I'm just loving this fragrance, yeah. Met so many beautiful people over there that I still keep in contact with. It was a little scary. Even when I just smelled this, I got a whiff of it. I was like, ooh, I'm loving it, y'all. So anyway, A Night in Marrakesh. So in this fragrance, I hope you guys have gotten your coffee, or you're just listening while you're doing some housework. So A Night in Marrakesh. Why didn't I write this down, y'all? Yeah, I did write it down. So in here you get vetiver, which is not heavy in this fragrance. There's slight vetiver. It's a dry vetiver. It's beautiful. But even if you don't like vetiver, you'll still love this fragrance. You really get the almond. You get cardamom. If you love this fragrance, if you love cardamom, you're gonna love this fragrance. You get cardamom. You get Moroccan bergamot. You get coffee. You get coffee again. You get some tobacco. Ooh, y'all, you get tobacco. You get ginger, cinnamon, saffron, honey, and amber. Y'all, love this fragrance, y'all. Not only my memories, but in here, it's goodness. Absolute goodness. You get that cardamom, you get vanilla, you get spices, you get the tobacco. It's like a really light, airy, smooth tobacco. You get that coffee in here. The blend on this fragrance is stunning, y'all. You get the honey in here as well, y'all. The sweetness from the vanilla, the honey, and the cardamom, the combination, stunning. This is a class act. This is amazing, y'all. So that is it. I am a lover of a night in Marrakesh, you know, and smelling this fragrance, I need another night in Marrakesh. This makes me want to book another trip to Marrakesh. Marrakesh. Everybody says it different. Over in Morocco, they say Marrakesh. Sometimes people in America say Marrakech. It's spelled different as well in different places based on how you Google it, when you Google it, how you say it, whatever. But yeah, I need another night in Marrakesh based on this fragrance, y'all, because I'm taking it and I'm wearing it, y'all. It's good. It just reminds me when I did go through the markets opened up there at night. So they open up around, I think around 6 o'clock at night, and they stay open till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. And there's dancing and there's singing and there's drums and there's bells and there's fruit and there's incense and there's spices. There's tons of spices. There's olives, there's nuts, there's figs, there's dates, there's everything. Yeah, but it's heavily crowded in Marrakesh. So you can only walk through the market for about, and the lanterns over there, taking pictures. You know, when I was over there, this guy got really pissed off with me because I took a picture in front of his market. He didn't know that I was going to come in and buy a lantern. So he kind of shushed me away. So I was like, you know what? That's okay. I will go to another place. And this guy was so welcoming. He invited me in. I bought a tea. I should have brought it to you all to show. I bought a silver tea tray from him with all these beautiful glasses from Marrakesh as well. Just amazing memories. If you're not traveling, you really need to travel. Save money and travel. Even if you do it once a year, traveling just gives you so much educational experience. It's amazing. And this video is running a little long and I need to hurry up. But yeah, a night in Marrakesh, absolutely love. Coffee, tobacco, cardamom, honey, vanilla, spices, cinnamon, saffron, which is my favorite fragrance note. Day one, when I smelled saffron several years ago, my very first niche fragrance had saffron in it, and I was in love. And that one I actually bought in London as well. And that one was Ruby Dubai, side note, okay? Anyway, love Marrakesh, you know, a night in Marrakesh. And it's a night in Marrakesh on here as well. All right, last but not least is, let's see, which one did we not discuss? Pashtun, okay? And this is Beyond the Pashtun Summit, y'all. All right, so anyway, even though I'm not a fan of leather, I am a fan of this fragrance. So Beyond the Pashtun Summit has the most amazing pomegranate note in this fragrance. I am loving it. So what I'm really getting from this fragrance is a bright, sweet pomegranate that is carried all the way through. And I'm getting a light leather in the opening and a moderate leather in the dry down. But that pomegranate never, ever leaves. I am loving it. Okay, so in the note in here, it's delicious. Just sniffing it from the bottle, it's amazing. So who would have thought to put pomegranate or fruits with leather? but this fragrance house, okay? So anyway, you get your hashish, which is like the hookah. I think it's different from hookah, but yeah, I was offered hashish over in Morocco, and that's where the story is gonna end. Okay, so there's hashish, there's pomegranate, divana, labdaman, cistus, there's cistus absolute, sorry. There's papanax flower, I think that's how I pronounce. Deer musk, sandalwood, and leather. So what I really get in this fragrance, I get a heavy dose of labdanum, pomegranate. It's still warm, spicy, but you really get the labdanum, the pomegranate, the leather, and a slight there's slight muskiness to this fragrance. Not too musky. It's not animalic, but I do get the leather because there is deer musk in here. Yeah, but that's what I get. Pomegranate, leather, slight muskiness, a fresh musky scent. You get the labdanum for sure to make it very resinous and spicy, you know, woody as well, you know. Yeah, I'm loving this, but I'm not a huge leather fan. So, but if you are a leather fan, you need to get your nose on this fragrance, y'all. Leather and pomegranate, labdanum in here, and yeah, that's pretty much what I get. Cistus absolute, I think that makes it a little slightly earthy and green, but it's not too much in here. But yeah, it is an amazing leather scent, and yeah, I love it. But I probably would not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one. If I want to purchase a full bottle of this one, okay? But I love it just the same. Even with the leather in here, y'all. I love it. All right, that pomegranate note is just really helping it out. It's doing it. So anyway, I purchased, you all know that I have this one, okay? Leave me down in the comments based on my, you know, my love and my reactions of these fragrances. Which ones do you think, I purchased 2 more, y'all. Which ones do you think I bought full bottles of? I'll give y'all a moment to leave it down in the comments, okay? It's like, if you don't know, that's the song from Jeopardy, okay? So anyway, you know that I love, this is my #1 of all times, okay? Tales from Zanzibar. So the next one that I did purchase, anyway, Tales from Zanzibar came in this box right here. Love the packaging. I didn't show you all the packaging. Very nice, you know. This one came in a green box, you know, Tales from Zanzibar. So the next one that I purchased, this one's a little heavier than this one. So I think, and this one's a different box. This one came in a blue box. Of course it's a little heavier because the perfume's inside. So this one's in a blue box. Memoirs of a Perfume Collector again. And this one that I purchased is, get it out for you guys, A Night in Marrakesh. You all know this reminds me of my 30-day trip in Morocco, y'all. I love this fragrance. Perfumery at its best. Love it. Gorgeous. And you can see the city of Marrakesh inside with the palm tree and the moon, you know, all of that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Like I said, I need another night. I might book me a trip, like a 5-day trip just to go to Marrakesh alone. So I did only spend, oh, and it comes with a card in here as well with like the information of the perfume house. I did only spend 4 days in Marrakesh, but 2 of those days I went to the Sahara Desert. I stayed the night in the Sahara Desert, which was the most amazing experience. When I was there, I was like, y'all, this little black girl had dreams and she stuck her toes in the Moroccan Sahara Desert, and to be over there dancing in the middle of the night with the drums, you know, with the eating chicken tajine or tagine with the Moroccan people and my dark-skinned colored Moroccans, beautiful skin, sun-kissed skin, the most amazing experience dancing under the moon, y'all. It was beautiful. So the next one that I purchased, it also comes in a blue box with a sleeve as well. And the juice on here is fabulous, y'all. And this one is Origins of a Collector, which is also called London. This one is the one. You guys know that I'm a coffee drinker and I love coffee in all fragrances. So I have a huge collection of coffee fragrance, and look at the juice. The juice, it looks like espresso, okay? There's a beautiful black espresso in here and a caramel. Y'all, I am loving this. So once again, this is London, Origins of a Collector. And I think this was their first fragrance. I'm not quite sure. But y'all, love it. Absolutely love it. So I hope you guessed right. If you know me, then you should have guessed right, especially based on my first impressions. So anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Follow them on Instagram, Memoirs of a Perfumer. I'll link the channel down below. Get into this fragrance house. Order a discovery set. If you're in London, you can order them from the house. If you are in America, then you can order them from Sealed Essence, or you can order this travel size, the 6 2 ml travel sizes from Lucky Scent, y'all, okay? They do run out very fast. I've been working on my, you know, smelling them for the past 3 weeks. They've been there for 3 weeks. They just recently received them. I am not being paid to promote Lucky Scent at all. You know, I wish I could have supported and purchased from the fragrance house because, you know, when they're a smaller house, I do love to, and they are amazing. You know, I do love to purchase from the house, but unfortunately, I'm not British, you know. Wish I was, though. All right, anyway, love you all. Go on to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good, and get your nose on this discovery kit and some of these fragrances, y'all. All right, love you all. Bye-bye.